This week from the internet.
Hasbro Starting Lineup Fumble secures the struggling toy maker's place in the Hall of Shame after leaked photos reveal canceled Major League Baseball and NFL prototypes. Plus, Jack Black gets his own action figure that will likely haunt the toy aisle right through clearance season. And speaking of haunting, Spirit Halloween reveals their own Ghostbusters Ghost Trap, complete with fog and rubber gloves. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man. Well, Charlie got in the shop, so I can't keep doing it. Please leave, Charlie.
Your brain.
Okay, please leave. Please, Charlie. Try to do this. I can't have you in the shop. Please go. We'll talk later. Go.
Charlie!
Mom, get him out of here.
Mom's in the bathroom.
Please go. My God.
Your brain, man.
Good Lord. These children, they don't respect us. Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who has 2 balls and no strikes, Bill.
Hi, everyone. That's right. Not a strike.
Not a single strike. Take your base. So, this week, something big happened. I think there were people who knew about this prior to this week, but I learned about it, and then I shared it with everyone. So the world knows about it now. So, obviously, if you followed toys, if you followed this show, especially for the past year plus, 2 years, however long it's been, you know that Hasbro tried to bring back Starting Lineup. I mean, they did. They successfully brought it back, and then they successfully drove it directly into the ground. We got that first series of NBA players, modern-day NBA players, and they were sold exclusively through the Hasbro Pulse website, and then maybe some other like sports gambling sites or something. You could get them. They weren't sold in stores because they came with all this shit: an NFT, a playing card, or a collector's card. Hasbro really tried something. I think Fanatics was the company that was working with Hasbro on these. They really tried something. They were $50, $60. How much were they? They were a lot of money.
They were up there, that's for sure.
They were up there. And then
55?
Essentially, nobody bought them. And Hasbro made a lot of them, shipped them to TJ Maxx, and then famously Ollie's still has them. You can still go to Ollie's and get them for $5. You can have a 15% off coupon, even lower. And
you sent me one, I believe. Yeah.
I sent you one just because I had an extra one, and I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
What am I going to do with it? So people were disappointed. A lot of people were disappointed because Hasbro had announced, they had a graphic on Twitter and everything, that NFL was going to be next, and then we just never saw anything from those figures until this week, because somebody over in China is selling the MLB Major League Baseball bodies. I don't think the heads are, I don't know if they even got to the heads. These are just the base bodies that could be anybody. Well, these have names, so these were specifically these characters. You can see there were at least 2 different heights here. What was that?
Yeah. I said players. You
the
called them
socks
characters.
are up. Characters, players, whatever. they're not players. They're toys, so they're characters. You can see the shin guard and high socks on this guy. This guy has the full pants. So like there was some mixing and matching to get some unique looks here. Another one that this looks like it was eBay. It was sold for $43. It's pretty good for a prototype.
Wow.
So people were looking at this head, and I think this head is a custom job. I don't think this is what the heads were going to look like. I think this whole thing was painted as a custom. I don't think they're.
Yeah.
I mean, we did see that other picture of the painted one, but most of the items that people have been finding are like this, where it's just the pre-production, single color molded figure. So they look good, though. I mean, I'm sad that we're never going to get these. I guess we're never going to get these. The fact that these prototypes exist, I think, means that Hasbro cut the molds. They cut the steel. So I don't know what's stopping them from releasing generic baseball players in the future. Maybe that's a thing. But
Maybe.
People love baseball. People really love football. So the next day, we got this leak. These are the football bodies. Look at those. Everybody gets a football. You got your pads. Now, the interesting thing to me is that these look very similar to the Collegiate Legends figure that you can buy. And we're going to talk a lot more about Collegiate Legends later on. But just comparing the upper body, which does not have the ab crunch because it would really disrupt the look of the number there. So I don't know if this is like a rubber slipover like Collegiate Legends, or this is a hard piece of plastic. I think it's a slipover. That would make more sense. But very similar. So that kind of takes the sting out of it a little bit, that we still have a football, super articulated Marvel Legends style football player. The part that really, really sucks is that in addition to those figures, we got some leaked lineups. Now, you have to take this with a grain of salt because no one at Hasbro will ever confirm this. They will not.
Right.
But look at some of the names on here. They were going to do a Legends line. You're going to get Peyton Manning, Cal Ripken Jr., Ken Griffey Jr., we would have got a Larry Bird, a Kobe, and a Shaq, Magic Johnson. God damn it. That's just sad. That's just sad that that's not going to happen. So, there's nothing stopping them.
They're all good names.
They're all good names. And there's nothing stopping them from, in the future, releasing these. But, of course, they have to pay for the licensing. And that's what gets really expensive. There was actually somebody on Reddit who was responding to a post about this that worked on the line as a sculptor. And obviously he signed an NDA, so he couldn't talk about much. But he was able to confirm that Hasbro was really going hog wild with this line. They were at least thinking about doing other sports, including women's sports. And I don't know if that's like WNBA or like from the Olympics, like who knows? But it sounds like that period where, it was lockdown and we know everyone just started buying shit. Hasbro thought that was going to continue forever, and they were really gearing up to make an indent, make an impact. But obviously we know that stopped real quick, and pretty much everything that toy companies made the next year ended up at discounters like Ross. So, I don't know. Do you think we'll ever see these as proper releases?
No. I think it's done.
It's done?
I do.
Well, I guess I need to go buy some of these prototypes then.
No, you don't.
I want them. I love the engineering of toys. I really see the Collegiate Legends, man.
Yeah.
That figure is great. But I want a baseball player. I want to be able to put him in a batting stance. Oh, I'd love to have a baseball player.
A McFarlane Sports Picks figure this week at Goodwill.
At Goodwill?
I said,
in the box?
Yeah, at Goodwill. Yeah, in the box. It was Dice K.
Like a new one?
Remember Dice K?
Oh, I do remember Dice K. Yeah, Dice K.
Yeah, that's how long ago. No. Oh.
I collected the New England players, if you will.
Yeah.
So like the Patriots, Red Sox. I think I even had a Bruins character. I think they made like the goalie and it came with the net. So like that was cool. I definitely had to get that.
I need the net.
Selling that. I think it might have even come with like the Stanley Cup. Is that the hockey one? The Stanley? Yeah. That's kind of funny, right? The Stanley
the
Cup.
Heroes
That's
Award. I don't know.
Is that confusing that it's called the Stanley Cup and then the Stanley Cup is like a thing that the women like at Target?
No, I don't think that's ever
I feel
confusing.
like there could be some brand confusion there. Anyway, the sports picks were fine for what they were, but god damn it, I always wanted super articulated sports figures. And we got like tiny 4-inch ones. I remember they made those, and it just wasn't great. But man, I really like these, and it's just sad that Hasbro whiffed. Oh, they whiffed so bad.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
They did too much. I feel like they
Too
should have
much.
started with baseball.
I think they should have started with football. Anything except baseball. What? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I
Anything
just feel
but
like
NBA.
with like the
what
less
are you
tattoos
doing?
and
There's collegiate
well, that was the
legends.
thing too. They did
Yeah.
the players didn't have tattoos. That was another
The characters. Yeah. The figures
Yeah,
did not
can't help
have
it.
tattoos. They just had blank arms, and a lot
Right.
of NBA players have tattoos. So
Yes.
lesson learned, I guess. But you were telling me this week that Hasbro, they might be out of the toy game altogether. They're going to become a gaming company? What does that even mean?
Yeah. If what I read was true, was that the current CEO is about
Yeah.
he's about transforming the company into something more along the lines known for gaming. So what are they? They
Gaming like
own,
board games, like Monopoly?
I think board games, card games, anything like video games, anything associated with the gaming culture.
Okay, so video games
as
too.
it is. Yes.
I mean, I can't say that that's a bad idea because obviously we know that kids like the tablets and they like the video games, and you know,
Right.
Fortnite is free to play, and you drop $10 and get some skins for your character. Like that kind of seems like a better deal than buying toys.
It does.
Like
Yeah.
we're like
Doesn't
you've
take
said
up any
before,
space.
doesn't take up any space. You've said before,
Yeah.
when we die, physical toys might go with us. We might be the last generation holding on, giving them to our kids, hoping our kids like them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's too bad.
The kid don't like anything now.
That
He doesn't even know what he likes.
Hasbro, your kid. Well, he said he didn't like the turtles. Is that still happening?
did.
He just still doesn't like the turtles.
I ask him every day, and every day he says
damn
no. And I say, "What do you like?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. He's into that.
No, I don't
phase.
know." Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what I like.
no, I told you
My
he's
kid
in
is
the
still-
Ukrainian family in a house phase on YouTube.
What is? I don't know that Ukrainian family.
You don't know that? No, it's just like
No.
a thing. Like it's like a Russian family
That's-
or whatever. They're like overdubbed and they're
God.
just doing silly things. And there's like animation across the screen. You never seen those videos?
Who is making this? I have not seen it.
I
Is it
don't know.
professionally? Because
No,
there's
you're
like there were those like craft videos that were made by a Russian company, but they hired an American actress to do the voiceovers. And she was like, she didn't come out and say it, but she basically quit because it's like, this is kind of like propaganda for Russia. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I need to be a part of this. So,
Right. Yeah.
these,
no, I don't know.
These,
It's something
these
along
other
the lines.
countries, they're trying to, they're going at the kids. They're finding ways. It's a scary time.
Yeah.
But we'll try to avoid that talk. There's enough of that out in the world. I want to talk about this. I stopped by the antique store earlier this week, and I found this Buzz Lightyear toy, and it really like caught my eye because it's smaller. It's a smaller figure. It's between it's smaller than like the Thinkway ones, if you remember those original ones. Like Mattel I think does them now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's larger than like those original like carded figures that they did. So it's like a weird in between. So I was trying to figure out what this was. So I took all the pictures from different angles so I could post it, and then you can see they were selling it for $20, and they said it had an oddly flat head. And sure enough, the whole thing, this photo is not manipulated. He is actually that flat. It's a very strange from the side looking figure. So I posted this on our Instagram, and somebody said this figure came with the Toy Story 3 DVD, and you can see the peg on his back there. The DVD disc actually hooked on to that peg, and that was like the giveaway to buy the DVD. And I'm like,
Okay.
that's pretty good. I think DVDs could have like stuck around a little bit longer if they had good promos like this. But like from the front, like
Yeah.
look at the painting on the face. Like this is a great toy. So I want one. I want a fresh one. I don't want antique store,
Yeah.
like scuffed up version.
Right. Where's the rest of the? Where's
but
the
I
rest
also
of
don't want the
stuff for it?
DVD. Yeah.
Oh,
I could put like another DVD on his back or something, but I'll probably have to
is it
get
just the DVD,
I'll
or is there
probably-
like? What if there's like a special? What if? Have you seen it? Have you seen like the actual product outside of Google or whatever you have here? Your own photos?
No, I went to eBay. Yeah, I went to eBay to see. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it in person. I feel like I remember
but you've
this
seen-
now, though.
You've seen what it looks like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in a box, and then it has the DVD.
Yeah.
I don't know if it comes in multiple discs, if that's what you're asking, or it's just the one.
No, I just didn't know if like the DVD case itself was like his wings, and then that's how it worked.
Oh, I don't. He's got his wings, but I don't think they come out. I tried to
Okay.
pull them out. But you can see the figure from like the box has like an opening, a clear opening, so you can see it. But yeah. So eventually, I'm gonna start making like a Christmas list or something, because I remember last year I couldn't think of anything. So I'm gonna have these like weird like just like nothing. Like, why do you want this? I don't know. I just do. It's just fun. I like Toy Story. I've been collecting any Woody doll, and I have them
Yeah.
out hanging in my garage. I sent you a picture of this, right? Hanging by their pull strings. I have a bunch because I found some at Goodwill for like a good price. And I always want to be like the guy in Toy Story 2 that fixes up Woody, like cleans his face and his boots and like buffs
Right.
buffs his shoes. Like I always want to be that guy, but I don't have those skills. I need to get the spray paint thing he uses, whatever that's called, the air spray.
Airbrush.
The airbrush, yes. I need to get that. I need to learn how to be a good painter. So I don't know what I'm doing with all those Woodies, but I feel like I want to like have them hanging behind me or something. Like that's what the look is going to be of this show, hanging Woodies. So if you have some discarded Woodies, you find them at the yard sale, pick them up. I'll take them. I mean, I'm not going to pay you for them, but if you want to send me your no longer wanted Woodies, care of send Paul your Woodies. P.O. Box.
Wow. Hashtag
That
give me
should
your
be
Woody.
fine, right? No one will. Hashtag Paul wants your Woody. All right, let's
Stop,
move
Paul.
on. Let's move
Yes.
on. We can come back to my cravings for Woody later. Marvel Legends, they had a Marvel Legends Day, whatever it's called. Let me find the best one. Let's start here.
Yeah.
So all the figures they revealed
Fan event.
were from the video game, Spider-Man 2, the video game. Here's Venom from that game. He's pretty cool because he comes with this drool accessory, which has to be a first time. Has there ever been a drool accessory
seen that.
before?
Can't think of
Never
one.
seen
no.
it before. He looks big. He's got some long legs. He's a little weird looking, but that I guess is what the character looks like in the video game.
Yeah.
There was also, here we go, Kingpin. So Kingpin, this figure is a little controversial because this is kind of what Kingpin looks like in the video game, but not really, because obviously this body is mostly reused from either the first Kingpin or Joe Fixit, whichever one came first. Like, look at the stockiness. And
Okay.
obviously the suit jacket is different, but those legs and even the
Right.
shoes might be the same. This has little dots there. Does the Kingpin have little dots? His look a little different. They're like alligator skin or something. So maybe the shoes are different. Anyways, this is the same like silhouette or whatever. In the game, Kingpin more realistic human proportions. So people aren't actually mad about that because they want a comic book accurate Kingpin. They don't really care about the video game. At least the people that I saw posting about it.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously this figure comes in a very unique suit body. So I'm going to need this. I'm collecting, first and foremost, I collect Marvel Legends suited bodies. That's my whole thing now. Oh, even has the same like little cane with a little jewel, but that might just be what that looks like. But these are new heads sculpted by Paul Harding. Do I have that? No. But he looks a little like a mad Uncle Fester here. But big stocky figure. Should be fun. Let's go back down to... Okay. So every live stream that Marvel does, they like to tease something for the future. And this is what they teased this time. A missile. Now, do you have any idea what this could be predicting?
A lot of people, and not myself, because no, I don't have any idea. Just a missile.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people are thinking that it's Hulk, and not just any Hulk, the maximum Hulk.
Right. Well, if you're gonna do a Hulk, you better make it maximum. So yeah, because there's the Hulk likes to chew on these. That's like one of his things. So I could see that. And I think that the maximum Hulk is a good way to see what this maximum Marvel Legends is really going to be all about. Because unlike Spider-Man, Hulk's got a lot of, mass to him. So I almost feel like that is going to seem like it's more worth it. Like Spider-Man is so little. Okay. But like, what are you going to do to this Hulk? It's going to be a new sculpt completely. You're going to give him some joints we haven't seen before. Is he going to come with 2 heads, 3 heads, like different hands?
How many hands?
Different like ripped shirts? How many hands?
Will he be able to do that missile? Hulk clap?
Is he going to do the thunderclap? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Can he touch his elbows? That's what I need to know. But like, I don't see. Here's the thing: if they're just packing it with junk, like I don't need a missile. I'm not paying for a missile.
Like
drop
6
the
missiles
missile
at your house already.
I don't want
that.
it.
Drop the missile.
If you collect G.I. Joe, you have a million missiles. You don't need them.
That's true.
So we'll see.
No, I don't.
But that'd be funny if it wasn't the Hulk, because everyone seems very sure. Everyone seems very sure that that's what it's going to be.
It's the Hulk.
Oh, here's my jacket. So let's talk about me for a second. Party City is closing. It's been closing for a while now. Have you been to a Party City recently?
No, it's too difficult to get to one.
Okay, it might be worth it. The one I go to, it's closing in late March, so obviously your mileage may vary.
Yeah,
but I went in like a month or so ago, and they had a lot of adult costumes for 75% off. So like they had the Ghostbuster like bagged costume, they had a Spider-Man, they had the Joker's coat, which I've always wanted, like that purple coat. So after the discount, they were all like $10 each. So that's great. So I thought that either the store had closed or like obviously there's not going to be much left. But lo and behold, they've been getting more stuff in, emptying those warehouses. So I walked in today and they had this very fashionable coat. So I thought maybe when you and I wrestle Pixel Dan, this could be like my entrance gear, like fire.
There you go. Ooh,
yeah.
Firelight.
But for $10, the suit jacket, can't beat that. We're gonna talk about our interactions with Pixel Dan in a little bit. I want to do a little show and tell here. I have this extra camera set up. I want to show some things. So I bought these Dogman toys for my oldest son, and lo and behold, he did not give a damn. He was excited to see the movie, but he did not want the toys. And I'm like, okay, I guess it makes me sad that you're not into action figures, but you are who you are. So I just had these sitting in my trunk, and then we went out, and then we went home, and I had other stuff in the trunk. So the little kid saw what was in the trunk, and he saw the Dogman toys, and he's like, I want those. So we finally got to open them. So you could see his mouth opens. These are made by Jack Specific. They only make Dogman and PD. Now, this movie was awful. I don't know if we've talked about it. Did you see it?
My kids saw it. My wife saw it. Yeah. I was like, anything with Pete Davidson attached to it, I'm not a big fan of that guy, so I stay away.
So Pete Davidson, probably the brightest spot of the movie. He plays this character. Yeah. This is Petey the cat. Now, this movie was called Dogman. It's based on a series of books called Dogman. I would say that Petey was the main character, and then Petey clones himself, and he gets little Petey. The kids in the audience, we went to a showing it was like my kids' school bought out the showing, so you could go for free. The kids absolutely loved little Petey. They kept awing him. They were like, oh, he's so cute. That is his big Petey. This is Pete Davidson. it's fine. It's a good figure. It's got, pretty good articulation for the weird sort of design. His legs are funny because they have a little bit of a forward movement, but you could see they like go into his body, which I guess was a good way to do it, because from the front you can't even really tell. But you don't get much movement. But enough. The best part of this figure is this little detonation button he comes with. You see that? Because the button part is soft, you could actually kind of push it. And that's just very fun to me. Like the fact that it's not just one piece painted, that they actually made the button part and you could depress it a little bit. I think that's a lot of fun. So these are like $13, Jacks. There's also like a 4 or 5 pack of like smaller figures that maybe are not articulated. I'm not sure, but I don't know if they're going to do any more.
No. This is one of those items that was on a display at Walmart, and then because there's no spot for it, they went to clearance, so you can find them.
Oh, they went to
in the clearance aisle. They did, yeah.
Oh,
like some of those larger island displays. And they're like, what do I do with the rest of this stuff?
Why do they do?
I don't know.
They don't have any. They don't plan. They just expect everything to sell out completely, and if it doesn't,
they must.
Like, we don't want it.
They must.
Maybe that's what it is. It's like
I think there was supposed to be a spot at Target. I haven't seen anything either. Target, once again, I hate going to Target, and there's nothing new there ever.
Oh, still. My Target only had the 4-pack, or like the larger pack. You've given up. Now is sort of a weird time for Target because there's no... I mean, I guess there's Valentine's Day. No, that just ended. Yeah. That's right. That's over. So now it is a weird time because you got St. Patrick's Day, but there's not really like a lot of candy. No. Oh, Easter. That's right. You got Easter candy. I don't think I've been since they've had full Easter. Spring. Once you get into summer, it's sad because it's stupid. But then summer turns into school, and then school turns into Halloween. So it's like in your brain. You're like, all right, well, almost at Halloween. Here we go. It's Christmas. All right.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Next week's going to be our Christmas because it is the North American International Toy Fair. 1 week from Saturday, which is today. If you're listening to us live, which you cannot be, and if you are, how have you done that? I don't know if this is the last year they're doing it in New York because they moved it, and then they talked about moving it, to a different location, and then I think they extended it. So I don't actually know what's happening with Toy Fair.
Okay.
But some of our friends will be there. Too? I don't know, because I thought they did one at the end of last year. So I don't know if they're doing two a time, or if this is the big one. But then, like, San Diego Comic-Con has really stole a lot of the thunder from Toy Fair. Because that you don't have to be pressed to go to Comic-Con. You just got to pay to get in. You got to be pressed, or you got to like get press credentials to get into Toy Fair. But a lot of toy people do. I was talking to Dan Larson on Blue Sky, and he's going to be there Saturday and Sunday. I'm sure our friends from I always want to say Ain't It Cool Gifts, which is that old wrestling toy website.
Adventures in Collecting.
I'm sure they will be there. I think they live in Jersey or New York, so they're gonna definitely stop by. I don't know that do you want to go? Like, we could go. Do you want to go?
Yeah. It'd be fun.
You do want to go,
but
okay,
that's whatever.
Well, maybe for next year, not this year, obviously, because I got to plan. I can't get up there in time. But maybe next year we will go. I feel like, because I was lucky enough to go in 2006 and 7 or 5 and 6, and man, that was great. That was when Toy Biz was still making Marvel, Jax was making wrestling, WWE, and they gave out exclusives, Toy Fair exclusives, and that, like, I sold out on eBay, and that paid for my trip. It was just a great time. And I don't know that it's as good, but I feel like everyone deserves the chance to go to Toy Fair once in their life. So I want to make that happen for you. Let's make that happen.
Thank you.
Let's start a GoFundMe to get Bill to Toy Fair. Who's on board? Who's donating? Anybody? No? All right. Well, we'll work on that. I think we can make that happen.
We got a year.
We got to pay. Really, you could just come down on the train. It's me. I got to get like a plane ticket, and hopefully the planes are still flying by then. There's a lot of things going on. Before we go to break, I want to make sure I mention this because I do not want to forget. Cool Stuff Universe on Instagram. Follow them because they are helping me complete my Severance custom. I mentioned last week that I need a Moira McTaggart from Marvel Legends. And Cool Stuff Universe found one for me, and he's sending it up. I'm very excited.
Wow.
Now I'll have representation of every character. Good Lord, did you watch Severance this week? Not you, Bill. I know you didn't.
No.
But my God, this show. Billy from Zero to Hero watches it. We talk about it. It is just an amazing show. 4 episodes left in season 2, and then a year off probably, and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I hope it doesn't end on the kind of cliffhanger that season 1 ended. I'm going to have to start my own podcast about it. I've already been talking to my wife about it. We're going to start our own Severance podcast just so I can cope with not having it every week.
Okay.
But, yeah. All right. Well, you know what? We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back because we got a lot more to talk about. So before the break, we were talking about something. But we started off the show talking about football figures and baseball players and all that jazz. And I always have this Collegiate Legends figure at the ready because I'm just so fascinated by it, enamored by it. And Alabama was the only team that you could get in this line until now, because Collegiate Legends dropped the bomb this week. 10 new schools joining the lineup in 2025. You're seeing them on your screen right now. Tennessee, Georgia, BYU, South Carolina, Penn State, Clemson, Texas A&M, Auburn, LSU, and Army. Now, Bill and I know nothing about any of these schools or college football, so I asked good friend of the show, Billy from Zero to Hero, to record a little bit to explain why this is good. And if he did it, you're going to hear it right now.
My name's Billy. I am one of the hosts of Zero to Hero podcast. But if you're any sort of college football fan and like action figures, you've got to check out collegiatelegends.com or Instagram, Collegiate Legends. They have made action figures of college football players. And this is one of the coolest toy lines I think I've seen in a long time, because they go from the detailed, like the vapor pants they wear, to the emblems on their uniforms and the helmet designs that closely resemble Riddell Speeds and F7s and stuff like that. The current helmets that they're actually wearing, and visors, and fully articulated with footballs and everything. These are some beautiful figures. They started off, as we know, that Rob and Holly are also Alabama fans, so they started off with Alabama, boo, right? So they have come out with new teams, and we saw a little glimpse of what teams they were coming out with, and I absolutely love how they're not specifically sticking to one conference, that they're reaching out to all these different conferences, and they just released 10 new teams that they're going to branch out and do. So we have Clemson, Tennessee, Georgia, A&M, Auburn, BYU, LSU, Clemson, Army, and Penn State. I absolutely love the direction they're going with the ACC, SEC, Big Ten, and they are even including independent teams like our Army, which I absolutely love that, because nobody has ever done action figures like that, especially one for Army, an independent school, because they don't really get a lot of love unless they're really, really good, like this last year, as we saw with Army. And who was the other one? Notre Dame was pretty good, and they're usually independent as well. But yeah, so check out Collegiate Legends. They are producing some of the best articulated action figures of college football players, and we're actually going to see named figures too, like actual players' names on there too, for like NILs and stuff. So definitely check out Collegiate Legends, Instagram, their website. Their figures are on sale. They're selling right now, so check it out. And I'm still waiting for big old Texas to get in there, so hook them.
If you go back and listen to the interview that I did with the Collegiate Legends friends, not only are they doing the football players, but they're going to do mascots. So I don't know what the mascots look like for some of these. There's the Georgia Bulldog, I think. This one's the Gamecocks. These guys are the Knights.
Ooh.
So you're gonna get like Marvel Legends adjacent mascot figures, which is gonna be so interesting because obviously a mascot is a human in a costume, but the costume is like kind of puffy, like exaggerated, but it's not a cartoon. Like it exists in reality. It's gonna have folds and creases, and I'm just very excited. I'm very excited to see what the mascots look like, and I'm just the fact that they're expanding to 10 teams from 1 is very exciting. It means other schools are excited about the product that they are putting out. So looking forward to that. I don't know that I'm looking forward to this. The Minecraft movie. Are you excited for this? Is your kid excited for this?
I think my kid is excited enough. I don't know. She doesn't really. She plays the game, but
the older one, not the younger one.
Yeah, not the younger one. No.
My kid wanted to play it. I don't know if we told him he was too young because you can like talk to people in it, but I guess there's a way to not do it.
Yeah, my kid doesn't talk to anybody. She has her own private servers and everything like that.
Closed server, yeah.
Well supervised. It's closed.
We eventually let him play it or some version of it, and he like didn't dig it, so he gave up on it really quick. But they're doing the movie. There's obviously a lot of people that like it. Somebody posted that they found the Jack Black action figure, which is he's like the main character. He plays what's the character's name? Steve, I think.
Steve, yeah.
So they're going all in on Jack Black action figures, and somebody posted Normie on the Twitter. Finally realized what the Minecraft movie toys remind me of. They look like the Flintstone movie toys, and I could see it. I'm always talking about how I love that form factor, and they should use that as like you have your pops, like make a whole line of action figures that look like the Flintstone movie, because you have like the pretty realistic head, but like a little ballooned up, and then the body is like much more simplified, like cartoonish. I think that's just a really fun look for an action figure. So you have the Jack Black version of that, and then there's a smaller. Somebody said a lot of people agree that this looks like it's AI, but it's not. Like this is an actual photo somebody took of an actual toy.
Oh my! Look at that.
But it just
are these the
just
first
doesn't
Jack Black action figures?
Are these the first Jack Black action figures? What else has he been in that would have an action figure? They haven't done any Tenacious D, but he wouldn't be like. The only
thing that I can think of that he might have gotten a figure from was King Kong, and that's completely random.
Maybe
but
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't think he's had a figure. Someone will check us on that, but this could be. I mean, he's getting plenty. So if you were really hard up for some Jack Black action figures, your wish is about to come true.
They're carded and be at the Dollar Tree. Those ones.
They do look like the Dollar Tree. That's part of it. They're so flat. I don't know. I mean, obviously they're supposed to be square, so maybe that's part of it. It just looks
Minecraft movie, and then it looks like a. Well, you know what though? It's like if you know Minecraft and you don't realize it's the movie, even though it's this Minecraft movie, it looks like a knockoff. Yeah. Like it doesn't look. It looks like one of those hodgepodge, like old '90s Power of the Force Star Wars like Mexican bootlegs, where it was like Starfighters, and then it was like a bunch of different varieties of characters. And like one of them ended up being like an eraser at the end, but it was like what?
Aw,
like these two.
It
don't
also
look
sort
like
of looks like the
together.
Dollar Tree. No.
Yeah.
The Dollar Tree sells their own like whatever those are called. Final Faction kind of looks like the Final especially the carding, the way the card.
Yes.
You found a whole Costco tote full of Final Faction this week. Was somebody trying to get rid of that?
No, that's my personal tote.
That's you. Why do you have so many of them?
Oh, I thought
what happened?
I thought you knew that.
No, because you were asking me how much it was worth. I was like, "Don't buy it."
It was a joke.
It
was a joke.
Wow, it went over my head. Why do you have so many of them? Too many.
Because it's the whole series. I'm pretty sure.
They've made that many. That's just one.
I think so.
Item?
If I take them out, yeah. So I've been cleaning up my basement / showroom space over the last week and have just made some real progress from like the basement emergency I had last year and stuff catching up, and just all this stuff that we've accumulated over the last 5 years, and like where does it go when space is kind of at a premium, as it were.
Yeah.
So I was going through totes and boxing stuff up, and I had found bags of Final Faction figures that I had from like the Acid Wave for the villains and that Gold series from the heroes.
Stupid gold one, yeah.
And so I was like, I didn't know I have a tote somewhere of these in another room. So I went and I found the tote, and I, dumped them all on, and I found more, and I was like, dump more in, and I was like, what the hell have I been doing here? So I sent you that photo of the tote.
Yeah.
And I figured you'd say something snappy, like maybe $30 or $1.25. I don't know.
Well, what did I say?
But I guess I said, you asked if the tote was included.
Right, because that would be worth more than the actual the content.
I didn't think you realized.
The value's in the tote.
Realize it was mine.
I thought you found it on Facebook Marketplace, and I was trying to like talk you out of buying it. I was like, you don't want this; these are trash.
It's 100%
Apologies to
mine.
the Final Faction people.
No,
you need to put those on Facebook Marketplace. What are you gonna do with them? I ended up just throwing away the ones I had. Or I gave them away. I put them on the table. When they stole my table, I put them on there. Because in the first series, they're all made with screws, too, which is like, what are we doing?
Sure.
I unscrewed all the first ones because I thought I could, like, mash them up together. But none of the parts fit together. You can't do anything with them. So that made me mad, and that made me want to stop. I did get, like, they made the vehicles, and then they sold
the vehicles were
extra
great.
Parts for the vehicle
everything,
as a separate
everything
SKU.
had, like, an extra... Everything had an extra accessory, and the car you could modify, and then there was a gold car, and what else? There was
like
a dog, a robo dog.
That was fun.
Yes,
that was fun.
I think I had like 8 of those because those were great.
I mean, obviously they're $1 now, $1.25.
Yeah,
so
I should itemize and see.
Like, what can
I
you
was
expect?
very happy.
What can you expect?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, as long as you're happy, I think you need to put them on. You need to get a pegboard and put them all on the pegboard and see how deep it goes. Like a tote is not. You're wasting
shopping
that
at the
tote.
Dollar Tree.
You're wasting that tote by putting those.
Everything's in a tote. I also, going. I found a mystery box.
Yeah.
My mystery box.
Ooh, you finally got around to this.
And
have you opened it yet? This is a live unboxing.
No. So I opened the tape, so we wouldn't have to deal with the tape. So this is from Hasbro. I bought it at Walmart. It said toys, and it said G.I. Joe. But I don't know what G.I. Joes.
You bought it in person, or they sent it to you in the mail?
It's got sent to me from Walmart. So I must have bought in 4.
Okay, but you just don't know. You just don't know. You've purchased so many things, you can't identify this just from...
I can't identify it, yeah.
Right, okay.
So this says 4 pieces, G.I. Joe case, and then the label is stopping what it is. So let's find out what I bought 4
Let's find out together.
At some point,
Woo, you have any guesses?
Forgot about. I don't know.
Do you have any guesses what it's about?
It's number 91.
Okay.
It is the Cobra Alley Viper.
Alley Viper.
So this must have been $10 at some point on the Walmart.
How many did you get of them?
4?
Well,
this one there's 4.
Yeah, 4 in there.
And then I just opened. We had a toy, like a purge night for things, and my son and I opened 16 G.I. Joes that I hadn't opened yet, and I had one of those in there too, so I have at least 5.
There you go. That's a good army right there. Valley Vipers.
They
Viper exclusively in alleys. Like that's like some characters are in the water, but these guys have to stick in alleys.
Yeah, this is as soon as you make it out of the alley, they have no effect on you. They can't get.
They're like climbing the catwalk.
The alley.
They're like looking through your window, waiting for Spider-Man to throw his costume away. Yeah, that's good. They need to make like very specific Cobra. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Here's the garden Viper. There you go.
4 Vipers.
Nice.
A box.
What are you gonna do with
Vipers.
those? You give them away?
I don't
Who wants
know.
an Alley Viper? Like this video.
Who wants an Alley Viper?
Bill will send you an Alley Viper. No, he won't. He won't.
Oh, sweet.
He'll autograph it.
I might.
I'll never send it to you.
Yes, I got
Hey,
my
you
Fosca pen right
remember? Remember back in the day, Power of the Force, Star Wars.
here. Yes. Yep.
It was
The
such a big
times.
hit that they brought it back, and they called Power of the Force 2. Have they ever done that?
Right.
Or they brought back branding and then they just threw a 2 on there like it was a sequel, like a movie. Have they ever done that with anything else?
I can't think of anything, but
It's
that
so
would be
bizarre.
funny.
It was so bizarre. Well, it's not Power the Force 3 because they just took away a word. Now it's Power the Force.
Okay.
Power the Force. So Yakface
Power
posted
the
this. This is the
Oh,
new
this is
branding
news
for
to
the
me.
end cap. These are like Nerf
Oh my.
guns, like Stormtrooper Nerf guns, which I appreciate. I always like a good
Yeah.
Nerf gun that looks like something real. They got some lightsabers. I'm sure. I don't like the plastic they used. Very dull gray. You can like see the the lines in the plastic. I don't like that at all.
Let me see it.
And then you want to see it back again? Do you see it? You can
Yeah,
see like the.
I see the end cap with the R2. I don't see the lightsabers.
Oh. No, it
There we
froze
go.
on you. I don't know.
No,
I'm
I'm good.
sorry.
all
Mix
good.
mashers. These are not going to do well. The fact that they gave them these brightly colored joints, which is I just don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And then power the force.
Power the Force.
So it's like a command. You go power the force. Like how do we power the force? I don't know. Star Wars I think is done. Can we be done? Can we take a rest on Star Wars? Nobody likes it right now. There's nothing going on.
It's sad, huh? To think that way, yeah. Because I feel like it is. I
mean-
feel like it's done.
You got to give everything a rest. I mean, this thing's been going since the 90s at this point. Like, give it a rest. Give it,
Yeah.
It's like in wrestling. You got a guy, he could be the most popular guy in the world, but if they see him every week in and week out for years, you get sick of the guy. Let him go away, take a little rest, come back better, stronger than ever. But they won't. There's too much money on the table. This is not Hasbro, but I saw these floating around. This is from the Glowing Ghost on Instagram. Basically, he is creating 3D models of what the Marvel Legends figures for the Fantastic Four movie could look like. Probably won't, because these look amazing.
Right.
Look at the extra pieces they gave Mr. Fantastic to make him look all stretchy. He did.
Yeah.
This is the human version of the Human Torch. Now, I don't think that the face portraits are great. Like they would have like Paul Harding come in and do the faces, but the bodies are amazing. Like I would buy this figure as a Marvel Legends figure. And then he even did the packaging, and this is beautiful packaging. Look at this. This is better than probably what Hasbro is going to give us. It just looks fantastic. So definitely follow him. Here's the translucent like flame on version. It's like I don't know if this is a realistic figure. Like could you actually make this like of the way the parts are put together? I don't know if it could realistically be made, but it lives in the 3D space and it looks fantastic. I love it. So hopefully this guy gets a job with Hasbro and they can make some real toys. And honestly, we've talked about this before. The future of toys might be 3D versions of these characters that you can manipulate in virtual space, but they're like toys, you know? Like they're not NFTs. Like you can play with it, use your mouse and click around and move his arm at the joint.
Right.
Like that might be the future of toys. And then you can just have these and you can just download them. But no one wants to listen to me. Nobody wants to listen to me.
No.
Here's a quick one. Amazon has an exclusive The Killing Joke Joker that's like the supposed to look like the cover of that comic. It got delayed.
Right.
I don't know if there's like more to it, like if it's coming later or something. They decided not to make it. But I was looking for photos of him, and the body is the same as the figure they already released. This is the Killing Joke from 3 Jokers, and it's the exact same sculpt. I think the head is different, but the hat, he's a camera, like it's the same figure. You could go get it right now if you want it. I think it's on sale. It's just a different shade of purple. So it's like, what are we doing here? I mean, I guess it's been a few years, so maybe they figure like people forgot. I forgot.
Yeah.
I just it popped up.
Maybe Maybe it got delayed because of the controversy of that Joker in the content.
Is it a new controversy?
No,
Just
I
from the
wouldn't say it
original,
is.
because it was very.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
and then
Someone
this
finally
this one's
realized
so
that this is
deliberately
bad.
the Killing Joke, and the other one is like, this is the Killing
Right.
Joke Joker, but
Right.
from 3 Jokers.
Yeah, it's different. It's an homage.
It's different.
I don't know if the design of the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park is like a spoiler, but if it is, look away because
Oh,
there's a. This is
just listen.
my favorite part of the story is how this got released. So there's a third party company doing balloons and like party stuff for Jurassic
Okay.
World Rebirth.
right.
And this just so happens to be the way that we get to see the Velociraptor design for the first time. So he's got
Okay.
those little tendril hairs that I think Jurassic Park 3 did the Raptors have that in that one?
3, they started to have feathers. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So he's got that. He's just a little.
Yeah.
You know,
He's got the
it's fine,
stripes.
I guess. I don't really like them.
It's a
I don't like the
raptor.
mohawk.
We're sick
I like
of raptors.
I like my raptors to be smooth. I don't like these little extra hairs popping up. This
Yep.
reminds me of if you do like macro photography of your beard and the hairs look really thick. Like that's what that looks like to me. I don't like it one bit. Get that out of here.
No.
This is something I'm very excited about. If you backed the HasLab Ghostbusters Ghost Trap, you might be a little pissed off because Spirit just announced they're doing their own version, and this one looks like it's got smoke coming out of it. That's kind of cool.
Right. Yeah, it's got all the.
Are you excited for this?
That
Yeah, look
this
at that.
one
It comes
looks
with
good.
the
I mean,
cord,
yeah, this
like
might
an
update
XLO
the Matty
cord.
collector. It comes with
Yeah.
everything.
Comes
And
with
at the
a belt,
end of the day,
rubber gloves, syringe for
you've
some
gone
reason.
out you've gone out on the streets during Halloween with your miniature spirit pack, and people are
Right, my
oohing and
mini
ahhing
spirit.
it. So it's like,
They love it.
who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you impressing with either the HasLab or
Right.
this spirit version? Everyone would be impressed no matter what.
It's
Especially
just
if
so
it
funny
smokes.
that this. That's what's really like selling it for me. But it's so funny to me because Hasbro Spirit did the same thing with the Proton Pack because Hasbro put out their HasLab one, and then like a few months after it shipped, Spirit made a big one,
Right.
and it's like $100 or like whatever. But I would much rather,
Right.
I'd feel much more comfortable wearing the Spirit one out. Because if it broke, it's not like I ruined this $300 collectible. So
Sure.
I don't know that if I knew that was going to happen, if I would not have purchased it. But someone is speculating that what Spirit does is they wait for the Hasbro one to come out so that they can get the specs from that because they don't have access to like the one-to-one specs. So they're waiting for the actual Hasbro product, and then this is a copy of that. Now I don't know that that's true, but it is sort of funny that they waited.
Sure.
But I don't know. I think someone said this was going to be $150 and you could only get it online. So I don't know if that's true either.
Ooh.
But keep a
me a
lookout if
coupon.
you're interested. They
Give
always
me a
have a good
coupon.
coupon, right? A 50%
Yeah.
off coupon at one point. Like I would pick that up
Ooh.
for $75. Not too bad.
Yeah.
We always like when people
Ghostbusters
like our
is a
posts
very
and
accessible
engage.
thing. Sure.
It's very accessible.
It is now, not when I was doing it
Yeah.
like 20 years ago. When it
Oh,
was,
you mean like to
scratchbook or
like
pack.
cosplay? Yeah, there's lots of options.
Yeah,
There's lots of
yeah.
options. I feel like I always put you in a different category because you had to make your own pack, and you made like
Right.
a beautiful like ripped off the screen, and people don't have to do that now. And if they do,
No.
they have so many more resources available to them. So I don't think it'll
Right.
ever be as impressive when someone makes their own custom proton pack than when you did it. Like back then, the people that were making them, it's like no one will ever get as much credit doing it now. Like it still might be a lot of work,
Okay.
but you can like 3D print shit. Like you didn't 3D print anything.
Right. I didn't 3D print
It's
anything.
ridiculous. No. So yeah, you can always you can hold that over everybody's head. We love when people
Well, thank you. That
engage
makes
with
me
us
feel
on
good.
social media That's good. I'm glad. What makes me feel good is when people like our posts, especially when famous people like our posts. So I was just scrolling through our likes on TikTok, and I saw that somebody with the little check mark on there liked it, and this gentleman Cleo Thomas liked one of our Power Ranger posts, and I was like, who is Cleo Thomas? And Cleo Thomas is an American actor, rapper, music producer, influencer, and entrepreneur who first gained recognition as a child actor for his role as Hector Zero Zeroni in the movie Holes. I saw Holes. Did you see Holes?
No, I didn't see Holes.
I saw Holes with the guy from
Shia
the kid
LaBeouf.
from Transformers, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
They're doing a new version of Holes, and it's gender swapped. So I guess, was this all guys? I don't remember that part of it. So now it's gonna be all girls.
I don't know. Holes.
I don't know if Cleo Thomas will appear.
I don't know if that's a good
as
idea.
Little throwbap. I don't know if that's. I
gotta
don't know if
have
it's a good idea.
All-female cast with the movie called Holes.
A movie called Holes. Yeah. Well, it's happening. Maybe they'll change the title.
Trouble.
Maybe they'll change the title.
Not the Holes.
I
you're
was at
thinking
Disney
of?
this week.
That's what it's called.
Not those holes.
Yeah.
They're gonna do, if there's a sequel, they're gonna call it the second hole. And God forbid there's a third Holes movie. What are we doing?
Too many
from
holes.
one wholesome topic to another. Too many holes. I was at Disney this week. I went with my wife. Did not take the kids. They were at school. That's the way to do it. Let me tell you. If you can just go to Disney without kids, we walked around Magic Kingdom for 4 hours. The only things we did, we went on the riverboat, Liberty Bell. We went on the new Country Bear Jamboree, which is great. I really enjoy the upgrade with the Disney songs. I was singing along. And then, did we do anything else? Oh, we did the stupid little like bells show where like the kids get to like play part in it, because we did it once when it was in like it had not officially opened. We got like pulled in. They're like, "Hey," a cast member's like, "Hey, you guys want to see something?" It's like, "Yeah, what do you got?" And they pulled us into that. So I wanted to see if it had changed, and it had not. But that one you should probably take kids to. And that's all. We did the People Mover. We just walked around. I had a turkey leg. It was delicious. Let me tell you. Have you ever had the turkey leg at Disney?
Yes, a long time ago. It's good.
Oh, it's delicious. They give you a little bag of chips, which I think is unnecessary. It's like, do I really need that extra little bit of salt? Like, what are we doing? the turkey leg is enough, please. But I also like to check in the gift shops and see if they have anything.
Is it busy down there with school vacation up here?
It was busy, yeah. So I saw a lot of Patriots hats and jerseys, or sweatshirts. So I did wonder if the February vacation was in full swing. It was busy, and that's another reason why it was great, because we didn't have to worry about going on rides, waiting with the kids. Like Pirates was 50 minutes. Like, come on, I'm not waiting. Get out of here.
Oh.
In the gift shop, they had these fun little blind box sneakers. And we've seen sneakers before. There's like a Zuru mini ball where you get sneakers. But these are, they're not plastic. The soles are plastic, but the rest of the shoe is like a soft material, like a leather or pleather. And these designs were all based on the Disney Afternoon, Darkwing Duck and Goof Troop and DuckTales. And like, I almost bought one, but I was looking for a price and I couldn't find one. And that scares me. And I was right to be scared, because I got home and I was trying to check around, figure out the price, and they want $20 per one sneaker.
Oh, gross.
And I just don't think I need it.
No.
I just don't want it. But they're fun. They have real laces. You can lace them up. But not for $20. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's see. Let me check my list. Make sure I didn't drop anything. All right. I finally got the final figure in the Deadpool and Wolverine set. So this is the second figure I got. I don't think I've shown him yet. This is Deadpool. You may be familiar with him.
Yeah.
He is portrayed by Ryan Reynolds, who is having a rough time right now because of his wife, and then him too, I guess. This is a fun figure. It's a little like, I guess it's accurate, but it's kind of like thin. Like his limbs are thin. Like I don't know why I just imagine like a superhero would be a little like thicker. I don't know, but it's probably accurate to the human. This is the Wolverine, like in the yellow suit. So I haven't opened this yet. I'm gonna do it right now. I did cut the tape. People really want this look, but with the sleeveless look, because there are people selling conversion kits where you can swap out the arms. I don't know how difficult that process is, but I agree that the sleeveless look is better. This is just a lot of yellow. One might say too much yellow. Do you think it's too much yellow? I feel like it's a little bit much.
It's too much yellow.
It's too much yellow.
Too much yellow.
Oh, he's got some blue on the inside of his arm. That's interesting. So let's check these joints out right away. I didn't drop him in hot water, which I like to do, but he got some nice. The butterfly joints are nice. I think I'm not like happy with the sculpt of the face with the masked head. I don't know why. Does that look like Hugh Jackman to you? The face?
Yeah.
You think so?
Bit,
I don't know why
yeah.
I don't. Maybe it's just like the way his mouth is that I'm not loving it. But he comes with an alternate unmasked head of Hugh Jackman, which is
Does that look more like Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, the unmasked head is great. I'm trying to find.
Okay.
Is that what I dropped?
Oh, you know what though? Even seeing the movie, I feel like, if I think back, I feel like once the cowl was up, the mask was up, it didn't look like Hugh Jackman. Like it got his face got thinner, but
I agree with that. I agree that it looked wrong because you can't see his eyes. I wonder if they tried it without the white eyes. So this is the one. I'm trying to show both heads if I can do it. Where's the other? There's the other head. Can you see it? Nope.
Yeah.
This is not going well. It's hard. Let me just put the head on the Wolverine figure. Why would I not just do that? That makes more sense. Pop that off. Pop that on. I saw a guy on the riverboat that I thought looked a lot like Hugh Jackman, but only from like a little bit, like just by seeing his hair. Like if you saw his face, it didn't look. So there. Why can't I turn it? There we go. Are they the same? Are they the same head? Are they the same head? They might just be the same head. Hey, say something. I think your mic freaked out on you. Are you still there? Or did you freeze? Did I do something? No, that's you. You still there?
yeah.
Okay. Your mic switched to the other mic. Can you choose the other one?
Oh no.
There we go. You say something? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hi.
Nothing yet. Nothing. Looks like your mic's off. Why it's being kind of weird tonight.
Hello.
Can you switch? Can you choose the other mic? I can hear you through your other mic. I don't know if you're trying to type. We can just wrap it up.
Okay.
All right. All right. You still recording on
It's
your
not
phone?
letting me- Yes.
Okay. All right, Bill. Anything else for this big week?
No, I can't think of anything.
All right, then. All right, buddy. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.